But shortly
was it
after
Fly
that,
Off Lane?
they formed OG.
Puppy, Kuro, S4, Fly, Big Daddy. That's what Rob, our producer, said.
I forgot Kuro was on that lineup.
And then later, Envy joined.
I'm glad our producer knows stuff.
There's a lot of
about
big
Dota.
names. There's a lot of big names. That team switched a lot.
Envy joined, and all of a sudden, they could never keep a stable roster until now.
Well,
I said it right
they
the first
won
time.
a major with Envy and we.
They did, and they cried the entire way there, but that was mainly because they were being gassed in the box because they were blue.
Oh yeah, Envy had that problem with his contacts, right?
Yeah, we were having pauses all the time, so we couldn't, like,
I
eye
remember
drops.
that. That was terrible.
Because I don't know what it is, like Valve sent the blueprints on how to build the TI level boxes, and then someone said, you know what we should do? We should trade out all the really high quality parts for really shit parts, and this will work really well. So you know that hot glue gun that we could just like throw in? Yeah, just use that. We don't need like sealant. Just hot glue gun it.
I learned that in grade school. We had to build like a tower thing, and then we were limited on how much wood we can use. I just put way more glue on it.
Hey,
I think it was sturdy.
It sounds like how I play Bridge Constructor. I'm not very.
Never played that game.
Didn't realize like 5 bottles of PVC, and we'll be fine, right? PVC glue, we're good.
10 seconds.
I don't know what the problem is. Play with your eyes closed. Be good.
5 seconds.
We do have a draft now, though, as we're going to move on into that Wind and Rain versus OG. It is going to be a mag first ban overall, followed up by the Invoker. And the big difference here, Wind and Rain, they have first pick.
Yeah, I imagine OG will ban Chen here, and then they will third ban PL. Never mind, they ban the Naga. If they don't ban Ember, OG will get it as a block.
Yeah, unless Wind and Rain... Did Wind and Rain play Ember at all? They got first picks, they could block pick.
They haven't played it in a while, at least. They may have played it earlier on in maybe the group stage. I haven't seen it in the playoffs for them.
Lyrical, I'm going to kindly request you move your mouse.
Okay.
There we go.
Gotcha.
That was freaky.
5 seconds remaining.
What happened?
Well, he moved it. See? Look.
Oh, inside the game.
It was covering the Invoker portrait a little bit, and it was bothering me much.
Trigger!
Pick his nose.
So, who else, first phase-wise?
Oh, Wind and Rain ban Chen?
So it's because they...
What a surprise.
That is a surprise, though.
They leave it through, so maybe if they don't want to play it themselves, they're worried about laying it through.
Yeah, I'm just surprised they don't want to play it. They actually have won games with it on Kitrack where they've played like Chen Morphling. So they don't want to play it against OG.
I feel like they are worried about tempo stuff, like that OG is going to be able to deal with it no problem, and then when they get in the Ultra late game, they'll have a Chen. I feel like it's something like that, perhaps. That against a more even matchup where like they need to worry about super late game stuff. Nobody's going to blow each other out of the laning stage outside of like a super outpick, so.
This is very odd that there's this much reserve time being used in the first 3 bans. Like, that I feel like normally does not happen.
How much did they use? 11 seconds?
Yeah.
That's not that.
I mean, last round they banned a lot of like lane winners. The Bloodseeker's the only one that they end up banning out.
I kind of just threw you under the bus.
Well, I guess the thing I'm thinking is, like, normally you come in with an expectation of what's going to happen in the draft, right?
I will agree with that.
And, like, if things go awry, like, I don't know, it just seems odd to me.
I agree that more often than not, you get through the first phase and both teams are 210. So it is more than normal, but it's not an extreme amount.
Yeah, for sure.
I just caught up on the stream and saw what you guys did.
I was amazed that you knew exactly. I was like, damn, he knows what's going on.
Yeah.
So I wasn't sure.
Well, I could hear Rob talking about it, and Rob was saying, like, you're covering up his entire head with the headset. I'm like, okay.
Wait, did somebody put the face on earlier or something?
Yeah, the face was on the models in game 1.
Okay, I didn't even realize that. Good you caught that.
I'm an observant one.
Okay, change of pace from OG. Phantom Lancer Warlock. They do not get Ember when the enemy team has the ending phase, but instead they snatch the PL that Wind and Rain have not really managed to beat, actually. I don't know if they've won a game against it.
So what changed here for OG? Why is Warlock worth picking in the first phase here? Is it because they need to offset what Witch Doctor does? Is it because it guarantees that PL has a good lane?
It could be because the enemy team picked Witch Doctor, Axe is still in the pool, Skywrath is still in the pool, and they probably don't want to pick Oracle now that they already have Witch Doctor. Like, okay. So they will pick the Morphling for Ritsu before it gets banned here in the second phase, and we have generally not seen this matchup being that favorable for the Morphling. So.
I believe Draskell words it as he always ends up losing somehow.
Yeah.
And I mean, I guess that this just seems like Wind and Rain value the Morph more than the PL, which is, I mean, again, not what we've seen result, but very easily Wind and Rain could have taken Morph lane, and then they get choice of one of these two supports. Or maybe it means that they value the Witch Doctor over the Warlock just in general.
Yeah, I think they definitely want the Witch Doctor over Warlock when they have the option. In the first game it was banned. Just lower cooldown, stronger in lane.
Again, banning Zeus against Morphling.
OG banned Ember? What?
Maybe...
What world are we living in?
I mean, it's a counter to PL, and they might feel like Wind and Rain can play it, but I'm a bit surprised. Okay.
OG would have gotten first pick out of the first phase too.
Yes, but they probably don't want PL Ember together because they have very similar counters in the mid lane, and they would have to put one of the two. So
I like that.
That's why
It's only ever been Anna as well that's played really both, like played in.
Yeah, only one.
And it's definitely Anna playing PL. So now I think you just slam bans on tops and picks.
They have done that. But there's still Wind Ranger.
Still there as well. Run that.
Yeah. Doesn't sound great. Good chance that he gets out in some way, or you can fourth hit.
5 seconds remaining.
Also, just being able to blow him up, like he's got that natural armor, but you have like Witch Doctor Maledict, shotgun coming pretty quick.
What else are you concerned with here? They might ban the Mirana just because Bryle has played it a lot, and they cover that base. I feel like Drow is not something to worry about. They have PL who can charge her. Drow Morphling sounds pretty bad. Not really going to have any laning issues with that.
I'd also think about taking out the Lina.
Could be. They could ban Lina too. Absolutely. Now that the Pugna is out, definitely. They banned Dragon Knight. That's another hero that's good against PL. So, seem to be protecting Ana quite a bit here with these bans.
Just seems like PL doesn't have that many counters, so if you just do a little bit of targeted banning, that they're just covered in so many. I don't think Alina is anything to be feared if you're playing PL, because there's a lot of opportunity for you just to outscale her. She doesn't have enough AoE.
OG classic. This exact support duo they have played countless times. The logic is, Earth Spirit generally doesn't like going first unless he has to. So if you can open the fight with Golem and then get off Fatal Bonds Magnetize deals 1,000,000 damage. It's a long duration, high damage spell that you keep cycling, and if you've bound 3 or more heroes together, you just amplify the damage by so much, and Fatal Bonds lasts for 20 seconds, I think.
Yeah.
So it lasts for multiple full-on magnetized stones. It is a weak laning hero, though, that OG have chosen here, and that's something Wind and Rain could take advantage of. Earth Spirit. I personally don't really like it right now. I think it's lost a lot of its strength that it used to have, but they have a player for it who loves it. They're up 1-0. They're going to try.
And I think they also grabbed it because it gives them better ganking solutions in the mid game. It is weaker at laning, but there's the good team fight, and if they ever want to gank Morphling, they can roll silent. Because PL's not going to gank well, and Warlock is not going to gank well. They needed something that's a little bit in the middle, maybe.
The silence is definitely great.
Okay. And they'll combo with the Dark Seer.
Cool.
Iron Shell.
So now they have Iron Shelled Earth Spirit. They have Iron Shell for PL. Can obviously also mind game with that by Iron Shelling an illusion in the fight, so people go on the wrong one. It can work. It's pretty difficult to do though. This is some kind of wombo combo from OG this time around. They're more cooldown reliant. They have the wall, they have the golem, but still not to the extent of what we saw from Wind and Rain last game. It's not really on that tier.
And they can still do like vacuum boulder smashes and stuff like that.
Yes.
It's not bad either.
I don't really like the Winter Wyvern. Do you like the Wyvern into Earth Spirit? I feel like that's kind of shooting yourself in the foot. He's very mobile, he has a silence, he has a stun. He weaves like around the fight. And against PL, you need to find the real PL if you want to curse him, or he is generally not next to his teammates in the fight. He's off on his own doing his thing.
I feel like it's okay versus PL. Am I wrong there?
The Splinter Blast is good, but that's the only thing, I think.
If you can find the real
Ulti's
one and
good.
then you ulti him, you're going to drain all his mana.
You just ulti some hero that's near all the illusion.
Does that work? I think Mono Drain doesn't work on attacking your allies. Pretty sure Diffusal doesn't work. Something is telling you that.
You might be right. There's other things like that that I've seen before.
That would have made it a lot better. But I don't think so. I'm not 100% honest. I'm not gonna say that it's impossible. But
It might just be their thought for a lane winner that also has scaling late game.
It's weird because I think we have seen more often than not the Skywrath Mage be the other answer. You find him at the start, you silence +1. But
that still is a matchup that goes both ways, and when PL has a Manta, Skywrath can't play. It actually... I hate playing Skywrath against this hero, I have to say. It's bad. It's good in the start with the silence for like the first 15 minutes or so, but when you get to that mid-game stage when PL gets scary, there are like so many other supports you would rather be playing as.
And another PL counter.
And the core Leshrac that could have grabbed for Bryle.
They're also really lacking single target damage on OG's lineup right now, so Lesh actually would have been surprisingly survivable this game.
Yeah, I agree.
10 seconds.
Wonder what they'll grab for Thompson. No Zeus, no Pugna. Monkey King doesn't look that good this game. I think Wyvern is a great hero against Monkey. So is Morphling. So we're gonna see something else out of him. What else has he played? Invoker is banned. Ember is picked. Oh, Ember is banned too, never mind.
Yeah.
What's left?
He's played,
Windranger.
He's played DK once.
Banned also.
DK is banned as well.
Oh wait, hang on. No, take that back.
I think Windranger is the last hero that Thompson has played in this qualifier.
I kind of like it.
Is not picked. We'll see what they go for. I kind of have a feeling he'll grab something else.
you don't think the...
I'm not feeling it that much in this game. Depending on what the matchup is.
They had a Lina. They had a Lina game.
He was Lina once?
Yeah.
Oh, right. He does Skywrath mid, too. Forgot about that.
Oh, nice ban.
Yeah. That would have been really cool, actually. Yeah.
I do need some magical nuke. Something that so when the Wyvern protects can't.
Yeah,
that would have
the
been
logic.
That would have been so good, actually. Having mid Skywrath. That would have instantly given this really good morph solution. Good against Wyvern. Cold Embrace. It's doomed, it sucks, but...
You can still go Lina, you can still go Queen of Pain, like, you pop those things. Yes.
I don't think Thompson's a quad player. I also wouldn't have called him a Lina player, but if you guys say he has played it, it might happen. Well, never mind, you're not getting that one either. They're not picking TA. I really don't think they should. Even if it's a good lane matchup against Lina, I don't think TA is good in this game. It's against Cold Embrace, it's against a Morphling that can steal Refraction, you can get doomed. Lots of damage over time from him as well. Maledict. Death Ward.
Sounds way too straightforward anyways. You have to pick something weird.
Do you think Ritsu plays Earth Spirit well enough to be able to drop all of his spells out?
Good question.
Do you get 6 boulders when you
Yes.
transform? Okay.
I think they'll end up with
You could,
because
you could
of the Lina
definitely use
pick.
it to run, but I think it's more likely Darkseer Surge.
I mean,
With Ion
Ion
Shell.
Shell persists, too.
That's nice. Yeah. Fatal Wands is not a bad steal either. Doppelganger. It's really good this game.
I would say they're all kind of mediocre, though. I would argue. For Morphling to morph steal somebody.
Actually, Doppelganger's not. He can remove Fatal Bonds. That's kind of nice, but that's it. Maybe a clutch dodge on an Earth Spirit Boulder or something, but it's going to be difficult. Do we see anything else than Windranger here when we think of Thompson? I don't see anything else.
Hey!
We
Nor
don't
does
see
OG.
anything else.
It was the most straightforward. I mean, gives them magic damage, so it gives them more single target that they were lacking, more disable. I think it's all around a good pick. Just be careful not to get doomed before doing anything.
I don't know if I
I'm
love OG's
disappointed,
draft.
Seb. Where's the braces? Where's the braces,
Oh, he
Seb?
doesn't have them.
He doesn't have them.
Maybe he hasn't equipped it yet.
I'm kind of with you on it, Gabe. I don't think this is one of OG's best drafts of the tournament either, but they've just... I can't really call them outpicked as such. And if they're not outpicked, I just have a really hard time voting against them when I see them win game after game by just out-executing their opponents and playing the map better. So, even if we slightly favor Wind and Rain, I'm still OG on this one, so I don't think it's enough.
Purge, thoughts?
Yeah, the Wind Ranger is okay. I think if he has a decent game, it'll be fine. He'll go around getting kills. But yeah, there's a lot of counters.
Good draft. Maybe not going to be a good game. And that's the word for the very first one.
Maybe not going to be a good game. I'm hoping for a good game.
We'll see how it goes. But we're sending it over now to the casters, Cinderin and Toby-Wan.
I really hope Lyrical is wrong. I would like a good game. Really. Just, please.
The last game was pretty good, honestly. I didn't think it was that bad.
No,
I
thought
good fighting.
Yeah, the last game was great. We had a little bit of a swing back and forward. Oh, hello, warding. I think they may not know that Observer Ward's in mid because he still was carrying an Observer Ward when he walked up the hill. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm actually not sure. I've seen.
He planted it.
They
and
are
then he
pinging
walked up the hill. Okay, yeah, they're definitely pinging it.
One thing to keep in mind in this game, I think Qualifierr might be aiming for a Crimson Guard. It's just a thing going into the game to look out for, because I think it's a really impactful item. He can get it against PL and Focus Fire in this game, so high value item. And I would guess that Wind and Rain will try to get 1 or 2 key items and then try to team fight. I don't know if they should be confident going late game against this Phantom Lancer.
Well, the way OG normally play, and this is why I kind of like the draft of OG more, is the fact that they have such great 4-man team fight that they're going to create a lot of space for Ana anyway. And he just took the rune, and he's going to try and doppelganger forward to take the other bounty rune. We're looking at efficiency right now.
They got all
Jirax
4.
Took the one on... Yeah, they'll actually get all 4, and they're going to get out without taking any kind of damage. Steb just tipped him. Well done, man. You got us money, we'll give you more. And this Darkseer as well as ES combo, this is real old school stuff.
And
they're able to creep skip because the way the creep wave now functions, it doesn't even turn around to protect Ritsu. And the amount of damage, he's trying to strength morph through it. And Jirax, has he got enough to finish the job? Of course he does. And he's got Rolling Boulder away. Kitrak will block it, but the Iron Shell is still burning through. He went Voodoo Restoration. There's no extra control. Jirax a bunch of tango. And try and just hide, and in fact, he'll TP away. No stuns available. First blood goes the way of OG.
It's pretty serious 1-minute outplay that just happened. 4 bounty runes and first blood, and already level 2 now for Seb from this. This is already a super good start for OG and both sides of the map. When they get this second bounty rune that they haven't grabbed yet on the top half, they should be 1k gold ahead minute 1.
Love how frivolous Thompson is with his power shot. Fired it off. It had no creeps to hit in the mid. Just popped it off.
Notice, by the way, bottom as well, Forev has skill Devour level 1. He doesn't want to skill Infernal Blade because PL can just remove it with Doppelganger. This is an innately bad lane matchup for Doom, and they picked it into PL. So they knew what they were getting.
What did he devour, though? Like, he didn't even pick up the Wild Wing Ripper from the side.
Extra gold. It's a bit. It doesn't help that much, but he wanted to use it before the creeps spawn. The neutral's obviously only spawning at minute 1.
Yeah, but he's gonna need that extra armor. He's sitting at 1 for the moment.
He will look what there is available on the menu today. It's Bird.
Huh.
Grab himself a bit of poultry there. Actually pulled the creeps out of the box, but nice body block from No-Tail. Sure that... They still haven't taken the top bounty.
It's just the efficiency game we're looking at. They'll go back when they go for the 5-minute shrine. That's when they'll go back because they need both of them to do this creep skip. And Morphling has to tank it underneath the tower, and like at least he's able to agi morph up a lot so he can get the last hit.
They definitely don't need both of them. Seb can do it alone, but Jirax wants the experience. So they're sharing it for him. It's for his sake. Now that he's level 2, they're gonna leave Seb here alone. And Earthspirit can try for a play mid.
Yeah, there's no dire observer to look for it, and that Iron Shell's gonna last a little bit longer. Here comes the Lena. If she walks down the stairs, it's basically death. Because the Observer Ward for the Radiant sees everything. If Thompson, he actually hasn't held a single point yet, so he's got the 2 point in the win run. And now the Rolling Boulder comes in, but it's way too far away.
That was not even close.
It's just saying hi. Just saying hi.
Swing and a miss.
Oh, are they finally going to go back for the rune? No. He's got a haste rune, so he's coming up towards the top. 10 Rolling Boulder forward. Won't be able to connect onto the Witch Doctor. Paralyzing cast doesn't bounce. They're nice and far enough away, and they're actually fortifying to keep the creep wave alive against Seb. There's no other reason to do this right now.
Oh, it was a bit annoying for him. I don't think he minds too much. And now, this is really nice from OG. This is efficiency play. He's farming a double stack here with the Iron Shell on Jirax. We're getting a lot of bonus experience. This camp?
There's so much CS. It's 29 CS, 3 minutes, 45 seconds in.
Yeah. And now Earthspirit will go and grab the bounty. Oh. I doubt he forgot about it. He's going here to stack, because then they can farm this again later, the Iron Shell.
Yep.
Just maximizing very effectively here at OG in their top half of the map.
Thompson. Actually, no. It was a level 3 Dragon Slave available. Lina could have mangoed for it, but Thompson now finds the Invis Rune and Durac. He's on a smoke mission, but he's not here to kill. Unless it really presents itself. He's got 2 Observer Wards to place.
Yeah, I think he'll place 1 ward in the bottom area, and then 1 ward mid, and then go for the mid kill.
Got 1. It is on the river.
Bottom area 1 will probably go around the bounty rune area.
Kitrak got the Observer Ward that was in mid, the one that they knew about a long time ago.
It's the bottom one.
And they're going to have a gang potential for Rev. Facing up, Jirix doesn't look like he wants to be part of it, but I think he has to. Yeah, for Rev, he's going to reveal his position. May give some kind of information to WaR for where Jirix put down some of the observers.
They want to fight for Rev here to get the bounty rune. I was about to commend Jerax on not helping No-Tail there, because he would give up his positioning and not be able to go for the mid kill. But they just got bounty runes out of this. They almost got all 4 again. Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't. Actually, they're going to lose the top 2 now because of the death of Seb.
Yeah. If he had
just a little bit too long.
If he had a better surge there, he could have got the bounty rune and maybe the second one, but either he didn't have mana or he had cooldown. I didn't see at the time. So good play from the Wind and Rain side on the top half. They get some decent advantage up there now.
Brock's coming back again to the mid. Wondering what he's trying to achieve. Like last time he came for a warning mission. This time his movement, they don't actually see the ES, their observer ward timed out. So ES sitting in this river is quite hidden.
Yeah, he was there to protect.
They're actually going to sentry to get rid of 2. Nice for Thompson. They got 2 new obs on the top lane.
Rolling in,
the
Jerax.
Towards mid. Yeah, the kick is good, but then Fairy Fire. You've got space for the lead to bottle up. The movement in from Kitrak is enough just to keep him away. Trying to get him bottle. Yeah, they're going to give him a haste rune bottle charged up. Jerax doesn't have his. He doesn't have enough control even if he does rolling bottle for the haste rune. So bottom lane, Perev on the run. As she starts his TP, that's real close.
Oh, he actually almost killed himself. He was fine running there.
But it's fine when Lina comes in. That haste rune is going to work for the doppelganger. Anna, he dodges it. No-Tail has already died, but Anna now with no doppelganger. He's got 8 stick charges, so Lance is available. He's going to Phantom Rush, potentially back over again. Millen wants to begin. What? He's going to Splinter Blast using the illusion, and now they connect with the Light Strike Array. So
man, if he would have lived.
From Lina, but yeah, if he lived, that would have been real painful.
Oh, he got it well played from Bryle. That's nice.
Seb's doing it again. He surges forward and actually dodges the Maledict, which is level 2. That's the bigger ability.
Oh, the
and
damage!
They just go on to Ritsu. They have the Iron Shell damage. This is what made this dual lane so great previously.
Nice
and Jerax, he dodges the waveform, but the Adaptive Strike is enough damage. Seb surges off cooldown in 2 seconds time. He's going to freshly Iron Shell and now battle Ritsu, gives himself an Iron Shell and then surges back after him. Man, killed with your own ability. Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself.
What a hero Morphling. Nice play from Ritsu. He's going to also shrine up to full. Another benefit of this hero, of course, being able to just go so low health that the shrine brings you up to full.
Millen's dead. They're trying to kill off Rev. No-Tail needs a little bit more space. Shadow Word's off cooldown right now. Paralyzing cast bounces in from Kitrak, but Anna's already got the double kill. Both off-laners for WaR go down.
Rev was... That was a 0.0 TP, I think. He died at the last possible attack from Ana. And very big for him. He now got level 7 on the Phantom Lancer. This bottom lane is not really inhabitable by Doom anymore. He's level 4. Wyvern's level 4 and the PL's level 7. Good luck with that. The levels for OG massively favoring them in, across the board. When you bring up the hero level chart, they're a full 3 levels ahead in the off lane. The Darkseer compared to the Doom. That hurts. Seb is so rich. My god.
He's pretty rich, but the Morphling still got a lot out of this safe lane. He's sitting at 4.4k net worth to the 3.8k of Darkseer. And Darkseer is number 1 on CS, but that's because a lot of it's also inside the jungle. Ritsu's at least not looking too terrible.
Oh, Ritsu's having a good game. He is playing a good Morphling so far in this game. We've seen some slip-ups from him in previous games, but this has been pretty solid. I think the first death he had on the creep wave is excusable, because that's like... It's hard to always think about all of these small things that can happen, and OG just pulled one on him there.
That's a great observable from WaR. They saw that Seb was setting up with the Centaur Conqueror. Here comes your rolling bolt, but the wait for from Ritsu. The timing is good. They pull him back with the silence. The storm not get used. The Maledict will hurt Seb, but he's still pretty tanky. He'll survive it.
Yeah, Helm of the Dom regen. Now he has this Dominator creep, he's going to start being even more effective at cutting waves and farming camps.
He's moved top. That's a high level power shot, level 4. They just want to kill off the Witch Doctor. And they will claim it. Power shot through the trees, even clips Ritsu's wings. And with a double damage rune, they're chasing Ritsu into the trees. The stop, there she is to connect. He's still strength morphing, and Miller wants to help out. Splinter Blast is available, but he's hardly burning up. Let the blast go, but Ritsu's already dead. The bouncing damage isn't enough, and it's Millen who's in trouble. 9 stick charges, but Thompson, he wanted an efficient rotation, and damn, he's got it. But it's Seb who gets the kills with the Iron Shell and the Earth Spirit to do the work. And now they can go, well, it doesn't have a shrine, it's still on cooldown for a while, but still, great rotation top.
Yeah, now it's bounty rune time.
Pretty, Anna, he's going to lance forever and just push him back out of the tier 2.
Again, this timing thing from OG, right? Bounty runes are about to come up. They make an aggressive play in both side lanes, and now they get 4 bounties as a reward. So these couple of kills they got top were worth an extra 1500 gold from this. Huge advantage they just built there from this one move.
Simple rotation, great reward. And Anna, more and more space. And he's rushing the defusal. He's already got one of the blades coming out in the courier to him now. Berev, he can't do anything about it. There's a Shadow Word on Anna. He's got all the regeneration. That's why he doesn't need anything else. Just one charges.
This is one sad Doom. This hurts. Playing that far behind on Doom makes for a very, very difficult game.
Fight up on top, Darkseer, but here comes T-Rex. It's a great light strike array from Lina, making it a 1-for-1 trade-off. Support for core. Thompson begins his TP up, needs a good tree line to shackle that Lina too, and he's got a small line for it right now. Dodges the light strike array with the Windrunner. Say shackle, he never leveled it, so the curse from Millen has to be committed. That's a level 4 power shot he's just itching to use right now, but Jirax will fall. The Morphling who's iron shelled up.
Good curse. Might have actually full-on saved Lina there. I think Bryle had no way out of that after missing the stun.
I'm still wondering though if this is worth it. Like, how many times during the qualifiers have we seen this where the OG's opponent just require 4-5 heroes to deal with the aggression? This with Thompson and with Steph. How many times? And then Anna just had 3 farms with the critical items to let him win. So even with these kills, it just feels like Anna's going to carry the game later.
It really does. They've made sure to make it a great PL game with the bans that they made. So absolutely. Yep. But at the same time, what are you going to do? You can't just let your Morphling get dove on the tower and lose that tower and get pressured this hard. They just, OG have better pressure heroes. After the first 5 minutes of laning, they are the ones who can make the better moves, and they're doing it. It wasn't that bad of a response. They actually got gold back. Pretty happy with that. That was a 2,000 gold swing almost.
It looked good until the top lane fight, but the concern is like No-Tail's hit 6, so now OG's attack power is even better. Like Jirax's Magnetize is coming back off cooldown. Dropping the rock because he knows Millen's up there, but he'll send someone that's a little bit more expendable than, which is Jirax, and not the rock.
He did.
Yeah, he did. No points in Cold Embrace. You went full Splinter Blast counter push.
You don't want a Cold Embrace next to 2 Iron Shells.
Yeah, that's dead. Bottom lane. You've got Lina with that double damage rune, looking good. Anna, well, the rock's going to drop and they charge in pretty quickly. Fetterbonds connects them all up together. Quick doppelganger away. But all 3 heroes connected from WaR. This is not what they want to try and fight, especially when they're waiting. They're standing around a farm when Jirax is now going to arrive. He's got 9 Shell on him. The kick will connect over on the Witch Doctor. There's no instant follow through. Apart from Shadow Word onto Alina, but here's the Lion Strike array. No Laguna Blade, the farms from Jirax, saving No-Tail's life, but maybe not so great when the curse is out and the Doom onto the PL. You can Shadow Word to give him a little bit more life back, but it won't help. Laguna Blade will do the work. And this is the worst thing. This is not what OG want to have happen. The fights come to the PL and he dies.
Yeah, I was about to say that was a pretty good rock drop from No-Tail, not because they got a good fight out of it, but because they defended their tower. Then it just got a bit greedy. They actually started chasing without having their Darkseer, without having their Windrunner, and they knew they were fighting into multiple heroes there, so good play from Wind and Rain to take advantage, but once again, it cost them their mid tower this time around. Thompson has been pushing this lane the whole time, and Lina was not let loose. She couldn't go away from bottom. She had to stay there and help after she started farming the camp. So OG makes something, once again, out of not the best situation.
Yep. But now because that tier 1 tower's gone in middle, tier 1 tower's gone on top, Ana can just move towards the top and just control the dire jungle. And he's pretty damn close to finishing up Diffuser Blade. We're looking at 450 gold. It looks like OG are not giving up the ghost in the bottom lane. They're bringing 4 heroes down. They want to have a fight. The Doombringer as well as the Wyvern are the only 2 left down here, and they know this because they left an Observer Ward very far to the right side of bot lane.
Yep. They know Milan's in here, and they know that Doom is on cooldown. Milan, good flying here.
We'll see him now, but the Shackle, it will latch. He got Power Shot available in 1 second time. He drops down the kick. Okay, well, he'll just take the Centaur so it can't stampede through. But Winter Wyvern he had a path free after the Power Shot, but didn't take it. And now they take bottom tier 1 tower. Fortification will delay it. And Lena's getting a trade-off in the mid. No Radiant Fortification, but that's why they break the trees so you can see N0tail's TP in.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
There with the pipe, it's going to fire out of the top of Witch Doctor. He doesn't want to reveal his position. He's looking for a hero kill instead. They come towards the mid. Jirax misses the silence and the kick. Waits the push. Meanwhile, Ana has Diffusal.
Space for heal. He is absolutely free farming. Morphus, about the same net worth as the Lancer does, actually ahead by a little bit. And this time around, Ritsu is going against this Morphling. He is going the combat build, so I'm very happy to see that. I was saying after the last time he played Morph into PL against Blinkpool and went for the Lincoln's E-Blade that I didn't like the build so much and should have gone for a BKB combat build. He's trying it this time around, so I'm curious to see how this one goes.
Well, it's in the PL, the curse is out. It's buying some time, but here comes Jirax, gets the silence over on the Linus. There's no instant follow-up, and Ana, just one charge as diffuses up and Morphling's out of mana. They've already got the kill on the Witch Doctor. The Rock will drop, and the Fatal Bonds will connect him. There is the Doom onto the Wind Ranger a little bit further down, and Laguna Blade. They really want to ensure that kill on the Wind Ranger, but remember, it's Ana. He's the big man. Just Diffuser Blade's up. He still hasn't got the kill on the 2 cores that he wants, and with the stop that Doom consumed before, he actually locked him down. Gets the kill onto Ana. The Golem's doing more damage right now than the rest of OG, and they're able to just shrine through it. What a huge fight for WaR. I thought for a moment they were just going to lose 2 cores straight off.
Yeah, me
especially
too.
with another good rock, but what the hell?
Yeah, me too, because they cursed the PL. This time we got the confirmation, by the way, the Diffusal Blade does not burn mana, so we know that from now on. He did not lose any mana, so he was still able to fight. And then Seb surges in with a pipe, which he affects the PL with, so he stays alive and healthy. They turn around, they get a good golem. They were just missing a little bit of extra stuff there, and that's basically the Windrunner, who was mid at the time of the fight. He was killing Kitrak mid, and then once he rotated top, he came in a bit too late for that fight. OG maybe with slightly better execution could have won that one.
Yeah, he didn't really have the positioning for it. They're coming in late and then got like 2-man teamed on the way through.
Yep.
The Blink Dagger, which Thompson is really close to finishing, like that's going to give him that positioning.
It will help for
next
sure.
time. But it looks like WaR don't want to rest on their laurels. They 3-man smoke up, and they're hunting for a kill. Well out of any kind of vision of Radiant Orb.
Seb is also reaching the second peak of Darkseer, I would say. The first one is when you get the Helm of the Dominator with this build. Helm of the Dominator, 4 in Iron Shell and 4 in Surge is great, and now he wants the level 4 wall and a dagger. He's on the way to that. Will be a few minutes, maybe 2 or 3 before he has both, and that changes their team quite drastically, being to vacuum them with much bigger radius, having the dagger for the catch. Be very careful.
What a surprise. Ana has taken over the Dire Jungle. Mid lane's being pressured in by power shots. The rest of OG are moving north, but the rest of WaR Gaming went south. And they'll use the Lena to push the waves quickly. She's very, very proficient at this. We'll be ready for a fight. The Shadow Blade, the last piece of the puzzle, is coming on the courier at the moment. This would be a tier 2 for a tier 2 tower trade-off. Both sides burning their fortification, actually, maybe more. Because Thompson's great at clearing creep waves with his power shot. They're beating into the tier 2 tower in mid.
This is a very favorable trade for them. Oh, Shackle
connects. Doom's coming in. Jirax was ready for it. But gets the silence. Needs a rolling boulder up and does get away. There's no... Well, okay, the back wall is up too, and the shackle, it'll latch on the Winter Wyvern. Protected by the Crimson Guard, was already completed by the Doombringer, and then the Curse creating more space. They're being into the wind range, but it lined them up for the shackle, which Morphling stole. They have enough life thanks to the pipe, and another real shackle from the real 2-legs. Thompson will be able to bounce himself away, doesn't connect on the power shot, but it won't matter when Seb is there with the Darkseer Illusions, which became the real army, but Otail cannot get out, no matter how much that army... Okay, that army is killing Witch Doctor. Seb with a double kill. He'll turn it over towards the Doombringer.
Oh no, he ate the golem!
But now he actually gives him 2 stuns, not just 1. Durex will come back in. He's teaming up with his Rock Brethren. Needs to get around the tree line. Cannot do it. Leaning with max fiery soul charges, but Wind Range, blink away. Won't happen when she takes damage from the Yule, set it down, and just Lacuna played it down. Not certain what she was hoping from all of this, but 4 heroes from OG die, but Ana has space? Question mark, worth it?
Not worth it in that instance. Ana was never in the fight either. They played 4 and 5 the whole time. The only buyback they force out is Kitrax, and despite this little misplay from Forever where he eats the golem and actually ends up killing himself to the other 2, that was a great fight from the Dire. They're playing around their cooldowns very well. The BKB reveal from Morphling brings with it a great fight, being so impactful because of this item in that fight. Getting the double shackle shot. Just nice stuff all around. This one is looks like it could be a much closer game, so exciting.
Hey, the panel said it wasn't going to be. Lyrical said it wasn't going to be. Never trust Lyrical. Never. Ever. Unless he's doing your observing, at which point really trust him. He's a great observer. Good question. No question mark. I actually really like this observing.
Well,
remember when he stepped in. He stepped in Romania when both Scriff and Weppers both got food poisoning. And I'm like, man, the camera work improved.
Damn.
Good man. I love you.
By the way, we got this, we didn't talk about it, but we got the Crimson Guard on Forever's his first item. Very happy to see this.
He actually got that in the last fight. He popped it off.
Yes, and that made a big difference. It's also good against the Darkseer wall, but we haven't even mentioned we talked about Wind Ranger, we talked about PL, but also Darkseer, it counters very well. So a fantastic item right now for them to have, and they need to play around it and use it to win team fights.
Can they still keep doing it? Because like you look at OG's lineup, and with both Darkseer as well as Warlock, you got to be fearing going into team fight when your only real counter control is the Blink Daggering Winter Wyvern. Unless you just use that initiation, because Warlock, you are in a bad spot. Into Roshan, back close to the teams. Here comes Darkseer surging himself forward. They want to get involved in this one, but from which angle? Warlock still running back up again, and now they are killing with a Maledict. The call is out, and they actually have the wall, and there is the curse. Durex is the man to be targeted. Darkseer's plus only damage, doesn't want to have that, but the shackle from Thompson stops him from doing the damage and allows and the space to go in for a double kill to begin with. He'll have the triple kill once he kills off Perev. Seb's looking for the kill steal, but the power shot from Thompson will give him that. And for some reason, Wyvern is now on a hill. They use the courier to reveal him, while the rest of OG were going in for Roshan. Durex is having this one-on-one duel. Lina is looking towards Roshan to try and stop it. But Millen's got a creep wave that's now helped out Durex. It's you, me, and my god. But Millen is on the run.
He is actually not dying yet.
To the power shot. Hey!
Another KS! Woo! From Thompson. That was such a great angle on the shackle shot. Ritsu did not see it coming at all, so he never used his BKB. He got shackled, he got focus fired, and he died. And that is the #1 difference maker in this fight, is that Morph didn't get to play. They're just playing the angles very well there. They end up getting rewarded with a Roshan kill for Ana. Now with the Aegis building into Heart, you gotta fear for this Dire lineup, man. When this Heart comes out, how do they kill this guy?
You really don't know. It's the same story we've seen previously. Like, it's time and time again, Anager's face becomes unkillable, and you don't have a hero that can contest him. Like, even if you copy him, it's not going to give you what you need. And the Lina, where is your damage? Right now, she's getting wrecked in mid. Rock down, that's a huge kill. Thompson got so much money from the last fight, now you just gave him 741 for the 9-time kill streak that the Lina was running. She had not died until this moment.
I don't think this is the item that Morphling should be buying here. I'll get to it in a second. We see this tier 2 push right now from OG. Thompson. Shackle? Didn't get it.
There's a tree that was broken behind him, so he didn't latch it. But Forev, Diffuser bladed up. He has a real hard time running away, and he doesn't have mana. question mark, can you even get a Doombringer off if if Anna just focused him at the very beginning?
No, you can't. You have to get the jump to get a Doom off in this game. They're gonna push high ground. They know there's no Lina.
Yep. Dead for 20 seconds. They at least get rid of the Golem with the adaptive strike. Fortification has to be burned. The curse is out. And goodbye, Earth Spirit. You served us well. The Splinter Blast was going to ensure it, even if the heroes didn't do it. And now, without the Magnetize, without his silence control, OG decided it's just not worth it.
Nice play from Milan, taking advantage of the positioning there. OG lost concentration for just a moment, and they get punished straight away. Very quick move. Okay, so I'll talk about this Morphling thing real quick. I think he's strictly buying this Linken's against Shackle Shot. He's afraid of getting shackled and blown up because there's nothing else in this game that it's really good against. The problem is, it doesn't solve the problem that he has in the PL. Like, this PL is going to become a bigger and bigger issue. The Linken's does nothing against him. He's currently queued up Linken's and E-Blade, 2 items that will not have any impact on the PL kill. I feel like in this game you might just have to go for a Mjolnir route, and it sounds crazy on Morph, but what else do you really have? The Lina can do some AoE damage, but it's also building Linken's.
Yeah.
I just think this is not itemization. They're not itemizing to win. They're itemizing to not get killed.
Actually work with Shackle and Linken's? Like, if you shackle a target in front of a Linken's target, does he still get controlled?
Yes. It's only on the guy you cast it on. You can still get bound if you have a Linken's and you're the second target of the fight.
And if Shackle hits a Linken's target, will the Shackle a target behind us just completely cancel the Shackle?
Completely cancel.
Okay. Alright. So basically, Thompson just has to line himself up with the hero who doesn't have a Linken's Spear, and then Shackle will still function.
Yeah, sounds easy, right?
Yeah,
it's not that easy.
It has been for him so far.
Well,
Shackle's been right on point.
He's had free choice so far as well.
And he's 200 gold away from having an Aghanim Scepter.
Yep.
So, sure.
I'm honestly just concerned for Wind and Rain right now. They're going to be pushed again by this Aegis PL who has a Reaver in his backpack. Very interesting
this
choice.
time. They do not want the Wyvern's Curse, and they won't actually have it. Wyvern gets killed off, no buyback available, and Anna's going in deep. He's got the Aegis to the Immortal. He wants to fight to make more of himself, burn off the mana, and give his team the advantage because Darkseer is ready. The blink in, the rock is already there, blink back. Is it going to come anytime soon? No. He actually, I think he took damage from Scorched Earth, so he couldn't get inside the base. Warlock dies in the meantime, and they get the line strike around to Anna, and Morphling just wants to go to town. Anna, he doesn't have an escape. The Aegis has already been burned. The Reaver doesn't give enough life. They get through Anna. And that combination from OG, you were waiting for it, but just like Game of Thrones last season, you wait longer. The Darkseer wall now could finally come down. Perez, he'll get the stun off, starts his run, but the Aghanim Scepter attack. You can doom the Wind Ranger. She was up towards the air for half a second, but the damage is already done to kill him off. And now it's G-Rex instead going to work, and they split up. The curse is on the Darkseer, and actually the Doom illusion of Darkseer. Seb is literally hitting himself until Ritsu could finally finish the job.
That's a good way of keeping Wind and Rain in the game. That dive was insane. Like, I have no idea what Anna was thinking going in that far. It's one thing to dive a bit into the base, but he was next to the tier 4s with no help from his teammates. They force out the Fatal Bonds and Golem from No-Tail, but there's no combo because his team can't connect. And basically just a blunder there. Was absolutely fine to just kill the Wyvern and start hitting the tower. They don't need to get that greedy. Take the tower, go from there. Maybe you get Rex, maybe you don't. You back out, you buy your heart. Now they opened up a door. Like, this is a pretty big deal what just happened. Easily OG's worst decision in the whole series.
They're going to swing it harder. Seb, he's been very public about his disagreement with WaR, and they're pausing. And now, 27 minutes into the game, after a critical fight that WaR's able to take, is now having to sit here for a microphone issue. He is not going to be enjoying this at all. This is going to get in his brain. Okay,
well,
all right. Thompson and Anna try to make him feel better with a couple of
They're kissing it away. Kiss the pain away.
Great song for it. And who was it?
I don't know, maybe he was thinking of Swing Life Away?
Actually, no, it wasn't that one. It was something else, and it was... Yeah, hang on.
I'm pretty sure which song this is, and you're not saying that on stream, Toby.
I am not saying that on stream. Come on, I'm inappropriate.
A good one. You reminded me of a song that I didn't even know that I remembered.
Well,
I may have heard it once in my life, and somehow I think it clicked which one you're talking about, which is very impressive when you think.
Yeah, for the women's movement. It's all for the women's movement. If you remember the artist. Alright, we're back into the game and away from our stupid sidetracks.
Thompson finds an Invis.
Yeah, he's still looking so strong. He did so much damage once he was able to actually focus fire with the Aghanim Septimus. But he needed that time, and he needed the space. It took a while to come. But the Lina is finally, I think, doing some damage, even with BKB build-up. At least she's moved away from Lincoln's. She's going Shivas now.
I like that. Something,
the Lincoln's just done on Ritsu.
Get something against PL. Like, that is really the name of the game here. Get something against PL. Unless if Ana is going to keep throwing his life away like he just did, if he makes more mistakes like that, they will be fine. But under the condition that OG play it safe and more strict, they will need items like Link. Oh, Shiva,
well,
sorry.
I'm wondering too, like, the initiation of the Wyvern was wonderful, but... Like,
Bryle.
They
have a sentry here.
They do. Send him up and towards the air. Blink Dagger won't work, but a quick wind run. Shackle. Oh, really? There wasn't the tree line for him, but now Morphling waveforms in, but a quick blink away. Tries to escape, and Ana has joined the fight. Witch Doctor. Oh, it's not a good day to be a support. Kick flies forward, does not connect on for Forever. Millen is still waiting in case times get rough to blink forward with that curse. And it looks like PL at least wants to lance a little bit further forward, burning off Doom's mana. And, oh yeah, Millen, you don't want to be there. Glimmer's back into the safety of his base. Yeah, but that combination from the Darkseer, I want to watch the position of Forev next time with that Scorched Earth. I don't know if it was that hit him, but didn't allow for the blink into the base, because when the rock connected, I'm like, oh, Seb's going to jump in, and it's a three-man back wall, and it never came.
There was definitely something that must have hit him. It's just, once again, when you dive that far, it's very much more difficult to connect these plays that you're looking for. If they would have landed everything, it would have looked amazing. It's just, it's harder. It's harder than it needs to be. What's not harder than it needs to be is apparently Thompson just took a top tier 3. So that's great. He just focus fired that down, and it wasn't defended. Whoops.
Cool. They had fortification.
Yeah. Either they didn't realize or it was low already. I don't know what the start HP was.
Lincoln's work! He shackled the Lincolns.
Roll
Rock also works. Right on top of the Lina into the Death Ward, and they've got enough damage to get through G-Rex. Curse is out. Phantom Lance will just have to waste this, but then again, there's no one hitting into him. It's just buying time Lina to beat the crap out of Nosetail. The Fatal Bonds may make this a little bit more difficult for Wargaming as they run away. Wargaming, what the hell am I talking about? Ana, get the fuck out of there. The doppelganger himself down. He actually tries to fake it with the illusion.
Oh, nice back wall.
The illusion, and it was a tanky one. I think they finally worked out which was the real one, and they came back up for him. I just made WaR into a developer. That rock is killing Forev and the Darkseer illusions. The attack from range, Millen's there to protect him. Thanks to the hole. But meanwhile, up on top lane, Thompson's jumping in, and he's going to kill a rain track.
It's something. It's still not that clean from OG, though.
No,
it's not the cleanest stuff we've seen out from them, but Wind and Rain are also taking great advantage of the opportunities presented to them. They play fast on the moves, very quickly identify what they need to do, and they get some good kills there. But still, all the bounty runs for OG and the top racks. It's a net gain for them in gold, probably a net loss in XP though.
What is the experience sitting at? Yes, just over 4,000. Gold's up for OG at 2K. Spirit Vessel is now done on the Earth Spirit, so I think Morphling's about to have a really bad day.
He has BKB. So
he does.
Oh, I'm not feeling this E-Blade. I'll stop talking about it now.
Thompson.
Let's see how it
Get
goes.
out of there.
Oh,
whoa, okay, that blink was
that is not good.
The car's gonna bounce back over to him, and again, but he's got the distance, he's got the speed, and he also has the Sentry Ward on top of the Observer Ward, so they know exactly where that vision got planted down by WaR.
Yep. They will be award for now. Gem on Milan. Milan building here. He has a Perseverance queued up, but nothing else. So he's deciding either Lincoln's or Lotus, probably.
With the Lotus to dispel at least the silence of bonds.
I mean, he could go Refresher. He has the mana pool for it. If he's feeling ambitious, it is a build here.
As long as there's a pure control. Ritsu, yeah, they've already burned through his Lincoln Sphere, and then the fact, gonna pick up Forever. They do not want that. Doom is here. You definitely run as they get the Infernal Blade onto Notel. No rock available. Not at the point yet where he has the extra Death Rock, but Ana, send some illusions in. Let him have a little bit of fun. Doombringer, you want some mana? You can't have some.
Oh, Prowl's coming in.
However, this will work. You'll scepter up. They need to create some space. The kick to connect on the Lina to get the BKB off. Hence, there's no instant chain to come in with the LSA. But there's a lot of illusions. If Forev has no mana, the Splinter Blast can help clean up these. But Forev is still in trouble. Milim was forced back because he's the man who got the Spirit Vessel. Lincoln now breaks on Ritsu, of all people, because it's the Morphling that's really the Darkseer. That's actually the Morphling. TP out from Forev. Back to cancel that one. And Notel's making it impossible to run away with the upheaval.
Seb with gets 2 vacuums off in that fight and shows off the Hex as part of that Doom kill. And this is something that Dire has to be very wary of. When the BKBs run out, it is so good to play Darkseer in this game. They all need to kind of come in semi-close to cast spells and deal damage. So it's very likely that he will vacuum in Morphling +1 and get a Morph Illusion. And that illusion hurts. It needs to get killed or they need to get out of it.
They're going to kill Roshan. Shackle to break the shield block, and then Ag and Interceptor Thompson. You think win rate just looks so damn weird? It's like, have you tried jumping through the air, firing 5 million arrows at the same time?
No, I personally have not tried that.
That's what Thompson looks like. And Ritsu came out with a BKB, at least gets it off for this one, but there's still so many PLs to fight for it, and not Doppelganger up, looking up the hillside, win range, a little bit of trouble after his blink up, but the rock creates the space, and they back in again. 2 heroes to fall, no targets, Laguna bladed up, but they can't even kill off the Warlock. He survives in the trees, triggers up the dust, no way to Shadow Blade away, and this is real trouble. No way to escape for Alina as she gets kicked up, shackled to a tree, and 4 heroes down, 3 of them have buyback. And the only upside is the fact that OG does not have a creep wave.
They're going to force buybacks though. I think this Lina buyback will be forced out as well. Having the Aegis and Cheese going into this upcoming base fight, Thompson even with the rocking the Cheese in the backpack, might want to take that out instead of the bottle. I guess he's going to use his 2 bottle charges and swap it in now. And, well, for now he's choosing not to do that. Right, there we go.
There you go.
Just, oh yeah, I have Cheese.
Sorry, I have to get my taunt line out first. So mid lane Golem gets to push in. Lina's got 52 seconds left in that buyback, and look at Thompson, he's just going straight in. He'll see Ritsu, breaks the Lincoln Spear, and then focus fires down the melee ranks. Just fancy footworking it. Michael Flatley, Lord of the Rangers, and the kick is perfect too. Gets a copy of Morphling, so that can run against him as PL ties in very deep. They've finished up the melee rack. They kind of got what they wanted, and the buyback on Lina. Question is, can they disengage? Notel's already gone down, but this Lina stopping so much damage, she'll get the BKB off, allowing her to run away. But the illusions keep the chase going. And OG, how much pressure do you want? The mid-racks is open, the tier 3 tower's been taken, and Doom walked back through the wall. Actually, Stemley got himself purged for half a second. And PL is baiting once again with the illusions. He's letting it stand next to the wall.
Oh!
Attacks the no BKB Lina, the ultimate mind games. And they go in deeper. There's too many heroes dead for way too long. And this looks like it may actually, in fact, it is GG well played. OG take game 2 and are now 1 victory away from attending TIA.
And once again, I feel like I can repeat myself from the last game. It's not a perfect game from OG, but they're just better. Like, the execution is better. When push comes to shove, they get the Roshans. In this last team fight, you see a little nice detail with the vacuum into Earth Spirit Stun. They have a very good idea of how to weave in and out of fights, with the exception